Welcome to Lesson 6 in Unit 10, Saving the Sand Dunes. In this lesson, students will work together to answer the question, how well does our design protect the dunes? In this lesson, students wrap up the engineering design cycle. They compare solutions with other teams and update their designs and present their final dune solutions. Students figure out that solutions can be improved to better solve a problem based on evidence from testing. Students make connections to the storyline by finalizing and presenting their engineering solutions. There are several opportunities for ELA cross-curricular connections throughout the lesson. For specific standard connections, see the Unit 10 Teacher Guide. This lesson will take approximately 5 days to complete, with the option to extend to 8 days. For the Engage portion, you'll show the engineering design cycle and remind students of their progress towards solving the changing dunes problem. You'll ask what they need to do to develop a final solution. You'll then let students know they are moving ahead in the process and the final steps are to update their solutions based on testing and then present and share their ideas. You'll revisit the driving question board and add any new questions and highlight others connected to the learning goals of this lesson by calling attention to questions about making a solution better. For the Explore portion, you'll review what worked well from the students' Lesson 5 designs. Then you'll pair engineering teams up with another team or jigsaw students so 2 team members are grouped with 2 other students from another team. You'll have students share feedback using the Compare Solutions student journal pages to compare their solutions. Once students have shared, you'll have them use the peer feedback table tent to identify one thing they like, one question they have, and one suggestion they have about each other's original solutions. For the Explain portion, you'll bring students back to their original engineering teams and have them share notes on materials and what worked. You'll use the provided questions to facilitate the student discussion. You'll then have student teams discuss and select their materials in the first page of their Final Solutions student journal pages. After the discussion, you'll move on to the Elaborate portion and have student teams work together to update their designs using a new combination of materials. Students will draw their updated solution in the first page of their Final Solutions student journal pages. They can update their earlier ideas or come up with a brand new idea. You'll let students know that they will be able to share their solutions at the end of the unit in a presentation or gallery walk, and have them use their Final Solution student journal pages to develop their presentation. For the Evaluate portion, you'll have students use their Final Solution student journal pages to present their final dune solutions, or hold the class gallery walk so students can see all of the final solutions. You'll then invite students to gather in a circle to review what they've learned about the sand dunes changing and their time as engineers. The goal of this class discussion is for teams to revisit the learning throughout the unit and wrap up the unit. As students share, you'll combine their findings into a Lesson 6 summary chart. Students will discuss why sand dunes are important and why we might not want them to change. From the discussion, students should understand that they used everything they learned to work through the engineering design process to develop, test, and present their dune solutions. To support student sense-making across the unit, orient them back to the driving question board. Ask, did we answer any of the questions on our driving question board? Are there any questions we haven't answered? Try to wrap up any final questions on the driving question board before the end of the unit. Be sure to see the noted opportunity to attend to equity. Have students use the self-check form to evaluate their own learning in this section. This is an instructional tool that can be used as a metacognitive practice for students to reflect on their learning, express their engagement or excitement levels for the topics they have learned so far, and reflect on their science identities or community. By the end of this lesson, students will have compared dune solutions to determine how well they work, and updated and presented final dune solutions based on evidence of their function from testing. If desired, you can give time for students to build and test their updated models in the optional Extend portion. They can collect data and make any changes before they present their final solutions. As an option for presenting their final solution, students could write letters to a park ranger at Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore. You can provide students the opportunity to construct their own written explanation using the Sleeping Bear Letter Writing Student Journal page. For more information about this unit, visit myscipartners.com.